As we head into the final race of the season, though both the Drivers and the Constructors' Championship has been seized by Max and Red Bull, with Checo and Lewis securing P2 and P3 in the Drivers' Championship with their results at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, there is still a fight at both the Drivers and the Constructors' Championship behind Lewis for P4 in the Drivers and behind Red Bull for P2 and P4 in the Constructors' Championship. That's keeping me very excited about the season finale. With 4 drivers from 3 different teams being in the hunt for P4 in the driver standings, with Carlos leading the 4-driver pack with 200 points, followed by fellow Spaniard Fernando Alonso with the same 200 points, but he's behind Carlos due to countback, as Carlos had a higher finishing place in the race during the season than Fernando. Followed by Lando and Charles with 195 and 188 points, with Charles being the outsider. Honestly, Carlos got to this position with his sheer consistency as always, bagging in all the solid points from every possible Grand Prix. Whereas for Fernando, P3 should have been where I predicted for him to finish the season by seeing his performance at the early stages of the season. But as the season progressed, the Aston Martin just fell off a cliff in terms of performance. And I feel like him still being in the top 5 and being in the fight for P4 at the driver standings is a shocking surprise for me. Lando on the other hand has the best shot at finishing P4 after the Ferrari duo, but he and McLaren need to execute a clean and tidy weekend to do that. But if he managed to do so, then this would be the best comeback story etched in the history of Formula 1 for the years to come, considering how his season started. Charles is the outsider as the points difference between P4 from P7 is about 12 points. So he needs to outscore both Carlos and Alonso by 12 points. But realistically speaking, I feel like a top 5 or a top 6 finish in the championship could be on the cards for Leclerc. On the other hand, there is also a fight going on between Mercedes and Ferrari for P2 in the Constructors, with 4 points splitting them, and a fight for P4 between McLaren and Aston Martin, with them being split by 11 points. So it's everything to play for between these teams, with Ferrari making a strong effort in the season to catch back up to Mercedes in the second half of the season. I feel like the cars from both these teams usually perform well around this track, so the strategic battle and the fight for positions between these two teams might make both the qualifying and the race very interesting. With both the teams having a very strong and a competitive driver lineup, I feel like this could be a very interesting race to witness. In contrast, I feel like the championship battle between McLaren and Aston Martin to be a bit of an uphill climb for Aston, with a 12-point gap and them being the chaser with a fluctuating performance between tracks. I genuinely don't know what to expect from Aston this weekend. But with their flying start to the season and running second in the Constructors till the Spanish Grand Prix, to then falling off a cliff to being in P5 right now, it feels like a horrid season for them. In a lot of ways, it is true. But if they finish P5 just 2 places higher from where they finished last year, it would feel like a major letdown. It's mostly down to not having a strong driver pairing. The points Aston Martin lost at the early stages of the season when the car was good from Lance's side of the garage is massive. If they had those points, they would be about 30 to 40 points in the lead over McLaren and would have comfortably finished P4 in the championship this season. It goes to show how important it is to have a strong driver pairing. Though Lance's performance has been good in the last 2 Grand Prix, the points that were missed will always remain as a missed opportunity for the team when they look back at the season. Whereas for McLaren, 2023 has been the best season for them since 2020. Overall, from driver to engineers to mechanics to all the technicians in the team, I think as a group effort, 2023 has been the best season for McLaren since 2020. The fact that they recovered to be fighting for P4 in the Constructors with a 12-point lead to defend the position is a stellar performance. Knowing how badly they started their championship campaign, McLaren is the perfect example of having a good driver pairing. As when the car was bad, the drivers gave their best to salvage the best possible points, and as the car started getting better, the drivers left nothing on the table to secure the podiums consistently. McLaren seems to be the favorite for the P4 spot in the championship. Even during a bad weekend, McLaren seem to have a solid 1 lap and a long run race pace compared to the Astons. So yes guys, these are the reasons why I'm personally excited about the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix despite not having a title battle. We still have a lot to be excited for. So with that being said, I would like to wrap up this video guys, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also hit that bell icon and turn on all notifications so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. It's me your boy Oraban Kaste aka Vinesh, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.